Hi, everyone. This is Joe Trin, and I want to discuss with you the proper way to use your high level for as related to TCPA. So, some of the definitions and terms I need to discuss with you first is what is high level and how is that related to TCPA, and what are the certain rules that needs to happen when you send SMS or make any phone calls or send a voicemail, especially through high level. So first of all, you think that TCPA is usually developed originally for all these robocallers and systems like that. Well, to be clear, the definition of the technology to make phone calls or SMS, that has been changed a lot, but in general, it's called ATDS, Automatic Telephone Dialing System. And there's different definitions that keep bouncing back and forth. But without discussion or going into the details of that, let's just accept that high level is a system where you can store numbers and it can automatically call, send out text messages, whether it's manually or whether it's through the system. So let's define that as ATDS. The other definition that we need to define is solicitation, which is basically marketing. Are you marketing or sending out any information that may be related to marketing? And things that may not be related to marketing, maybe appointment reminders or 2FA certification or verification to see if that number is real or not. Okay. The other thing that you may want to consider is, did you get express written consent? Now, this written consent can be in the form of, a website where you have the opt-in button and they click it and you express the, you tell them that by filling out this form, you you are asking them or you're telling them, or they're telling you that they're giving you consent specifically to contact them based on the offer that you had on that website. So now those three definitions are defined. Let's go ahead and look at the process diagram. And this process diagram is talking about what is the scenario based on those definitions that I just gave you, an ATDS, a solicitation, and express written consent. So here are the rules for calling, texting, and sending out voice messages based on I just predefined definition. So it says solicitation. Are you trying to sell something? If it's yes, it's an ATDS, a pre-recorded message, including SMS. If it's yes, then you need express written consent and you can go ahead and use it. So you have express written consent that said everything is okay, then you can use it. Now let's go to another scenario where it's an ATDS, no, right? So you're going to manually dial them like with a cell phone or with an office phone. Now, did you check the DNC list? Remember, if you have express prior consent, one of the rules is you don't, if they already gave you consent, it's okay if they're not on the DNC list, except if they're on the internal DNC list and because they may have at one time consented and then unconsented. But if they consented again, and they're on the internal, they gave you consent again. So you gotta be able to track when they opted in, when they opted out, when they said no, and when they said yes, call me or text me. So in this case, you don't have, they're not on the national DNC or the state DNC list, and there's some other lists you want to be careful. And so you call them manually so you can call. Okay. So they're not on this list, you can call. Now, if it is, right, they're on the DNC list, do you have available exemptions? What are those available exemptions? That rule can be pretty complex, but one of the available exemptions is you have prior business relationship. It may be that it may be a missed call text back, right? So they called and you missed it and you text them back. So that may be prior consent. But again, this is for manual call, so it won't apply in that situation. But yeah, then you can dial. Now, if you don't have exemption, do not call. So let's go through here. Let's go through this scenario. If you didn't have prior express consent, meaning they didn't give you permission to call or text them, don't call. So that's very important. If you did not get express prior consent. Now, what if you have prior business relationship and you're calling them and now you're using high level and they have a mortgage and you're calling them back, or even maybe a voice over IP where it has texting capability. Rule changes all the time, so you don't know, depending on each state, or a text reminder. It's an ATDS or recorded message. So if it's solicitation, no. It's an ATDS, no. Then you can manually call. Now, if it's an ATDS, did you get prior express written consent? Again, that comes in. If it's even a non-solicitation call, right? The safe route is don't use an ATDS or high level if you do not have consent, even for appointment reminders. So here you go. So I hope this provides you some clarity on what the rules are for the high level and TCPA. Sorry, I hope that helps. I appreciate it. Thank you. Bye.